Low self-esteem. Spiritual evolution. Love. The meaning of life. An oasis for spiritual searchers. Low self-esteem can be one of the most difficult things to overcome. I know because I suffered from it for most of my life. It was very difficult to hide from others and left me open to being used and taken advantage of by people who cared only for themselves. We were all born equal, but not into the same circumstances and not surrounded by the same type of people. We all came into this world full of self-confidence, our desires were righteous and our will was uncompromising. We were innocent and deserving of respect and admiration. We were our own master, and even more than this, we were completely honest with our feelings, we hid nothing. It is when you look at a small child that you realize the life that has been taken from you, the life that you are searching for. You must become your own master again, and you must honor and respect yourself. When we first began our present life journey, we were alone and we knew only the existence of the self and our own spiritual world, in which we existed as a spiritual being. But then we discovered a doorway into the physical, material realm. It was then that we took possession of a physical body, and in doing so we became aware of the existence of other spiritual beings who had also taken possession of a physical body. For the rest of our life journey we would stand in that doorway between the realms, with a choice of which world to interact with. When we were young children we spent a lot of time in the inner world. It was there that we were free to create without limit and nothing was impossible. It was a place that we could hide from the outer world and other spiritual beings. It was a place where we could be who we wanted to be and do what we wanted, a place where we could question and come to our own conclusions without the fear of confrontation with others. Being in that inner place is frowned upon by those who are overcome by the outer world, those who have forgotten who and what they are, those who seek to control you. It is the same today. They don't want you to think for yourself because you may discover the truth and become beyond their control, beyond their influence. They are the ones that lead you to believe that you are of less worth than they are, and of less importance. They judge you by their own standards, not knowing that they are full of ignorance, and made less worthy to judge anyone through their lack of empathy, compassion and understanding. Those who lead others into captivity must first go into captivity themselves. Signs of low self-esteem. The signs of low self-esteem are sensitivity to criticism, timidity, fear of rejection, lack of confidence, feelings of guilt, feeling worthless, feeling unlovable, easily led, pretending to be what you are not by creating and wearing masks to disguise your true feelings. If your self-esteem is low, then you are living in survival mode, always on guard against those who would take advantage of you, but not always seeing behind their masks and through their deception. When others do take advantage and hurt you, the one who you always blame is yourself, and for that you feel shame and guilt. You find more pleasure in giving than receiving, and you have given more than you ever received. You always put your own feelings last, and would rather suffer yourself than see others suffer. You see and feel what others don't, and you have known loneliness. You are not materialistic. Without love nothing has any real worth. To love and be loved is all you ever really wanted. You feel that you are different to most people, and you don't know or understand why, and you feel that you have a mission in life but you don't know what it is. If I say that you are a precious soul, worthy of being loved for who you are, you should overcome that doubt about yourself and know that I speak the truth, because I seek nothing in return from you, my words are sincere. Forgiveness. There is nothing that takes the shine off life more than the emotional baggage of memories full of hurt. Even when those memories are silent they cast shadows, like clouds before a storm begins. They wait for our attention, and when it is given the storm breaks, then we hear the thunder of judgment, and the lightning of criticism strikes at our heart like a knife through the soul. Memories of hurt can never be erased in a life journey, but they can be silenced and disempowered by forgiveness. There are some things that you need to know and understand if your forgiveness is to be made complete. It is then that you will feel a great change in your life. The past has gone and what has been done cannot be undone. We have all made mistakes, we have all been hurt, we have also caused hurt, and the only remedy is forgiveness. To withhold forgiveness is to cling to hate, and the desire for revenge, not only against those who have caused you hurt but also against the self. It is when forgiveness for the self is withheld that people turn to physical self-harm, or seek comfort in addiction. Physical self-harm is done in attempt to get some relief from the torment of psychological suffering, and as a show of disrespect for the body that the soul feels trapped in. Addictions are used as an escape from the realities of life, and as a means of experiencing pleasure when it can be found nowhere else. The third form of spiritual self-harm is caused by rebellion. If you keep telling someone that they are bad when they are simply not understood, they will eventually rebel against their better nature and act according to the way they have been judged. Hate is like a fire within that is lit by judgment and fueled by criticism. It is with what we judge that determines what we destroy. If our judgment comes from empathy, compassion, truth and understanding, it will destroy all that is not good and right. If our judgment comes with a lack of empathy, compassion, lies and ignorance, it will destroy all that is good and right. As we judge, so we are judged. Only when you forgive all that remains unforgiven will you know true peace once more. It is in the forgiving of others that we are made worthy of forgiveness. Understanding replaces ignorance with truth, and therefore replaces darkness with light. All of our lives begin with the search for understanding, and so our life journey is one of discovery and learning. It is inevitable that we all make mistakes, partly through errors of judgment, and partly through the influence of desire, and also because of what we were taught by others. When we came into this world we found it full of teachers, all wanting to share what they wanted us to believe in. The reward for conforming was acceptance and admiration, but the punishment for not conforming was rejection and criticism. For some there was even the prospect of physical punishment and even death. And some of you sit there and blame yourselves for all your mistakes. If you had had good teachers, would you have made those mistakes? If you understood then what you understand now, would you have made those mistakes? It is those who are innocent and possess a righteous heart that know love and truth. Is not this the way that we all came into the world? We came into this world as free spirits in perfect spiritual health, but it was a world full of the spiritually sick. How could that sickness not affect us? The truth will set you free again, and love will heal you. But it is through understanding that we become wise. They teach you that forgiveness for your mistakes is not in your hands but theirs, and as they withhold forgiveness they teach you to hate yourself as they do. The withholding of forgiveness is the clinging to hate, and the desire for revenge. It is not only the one who seeks forgiveness that suffers, it is also the one who withholds forgiveness. If revenge is satisfied, then the one who has taken that revenge is no better than the one they have taken revenge on. To withhold forgiveness is to carry emotional baggage. Of all the judges that we encounter in life, there is only one who truly knows you, and that is yourself. It is there that you will find the power of self-healing. It is time to go to the place within that you have been taught to fear, but you will find only a place of healing. I know that some of you have much to forgive, and you have suffered so much in silence as I did. It is now time to lay down that burden of unforgiveness and learn once more to love yourself. You are more precious and powerful than they ever had you believe.